This is the story and journey of me rebuilding my father's 1970 Dodge Charger, Mitch's Law. Join me and watch as I bring his mechanical heartbeat back to life. Hey guys, guess what time it is? My boss called me and said I can have a day off, so guess what? I'm going to take the fender off of my daddy's car. So I started actually with the front valance. That was really simple. So I took that off because it's really a mess. It only took me like 10 minutes. Got my little bolt holder so I can keep my bolts separated and everything. So I got through that and got my little impact wrench and went to work on that. It did not take me any time to do that. But when I tell y'all, when I got to this fender, I was like, oh my God. But hold on a second. So I got this part off, right, which is the trunk latch support, no, hood latch support. I put that in the container so it's safe. I'm gonna have to get the paint and stuff cleaned off of it. And once I got that off, front valance done, completed. So then I went in. I was like, you know what? Let's take this fender off. So I undid the bolts and on the top. And I was like, what is holding this on? Y'all be slipping on these Meta glasses. I literally said, hey, beep, because if I say it, she'll turn on. But I said, hey, how do I take the front fender off a 1970 Dodge Charger? Is it welded on or is it bolted on? And you know that Meta chick told me what to do. She didn't give me step by step, but she was like, hey, it's bolted on. And watch out for those hidden bolts in the door. Open the door all the way and you will see there's 2 hidden screws. I said, oh. So I'm going back and forth, wiggling this thing back and forth, trying to figure out what is holding it on. I don't understand. So once Meta told me what to do, you see I pointed at that door. I grabbed my flashlight. I was like, you know what? Let me listen to Meta. Y'all think she don't know what she's talking about? Boom. Right up under there is a bolt. Wow. Found it. So once I found that bolt, I was like, all right, how in the entire heck am I going to get to this bolt? I had to get an extension, a right angle bendy thingy thing, socket thing, and then I had to get another extension, and I had to get another extension. And then I had to hook it onto my impact wrench, and bam, that part came out. And then I was like, you know what? Where is the other bolt? Because I still do not see what she is talking about. Where is the hidden bolt? So I'm wiggling. Mind you, yeah, I did dent the corner where the cowl is. I'm not even worried about that because if you've seen this fender, you be like, girl, what are you about to do? I do not know what I'm about to do.
There's another bolt somewhere.
I'm going to have to find somebody that's actually going to refabricate and rebuild these front fenders because they are shizot. So, alright, once I kept wiggling and I kind of traced where the holdup is, and I kept looking and I was like, it's something on the bottom. Duh, y'all know I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm knowing what I'm doing. So I figured it out. There is a bolt on the bottom that is holding it on. And I kept wiggling and looking and wiggling and looking, and I was like, you know what? There it is. So once I figured it out, once again, got down on the dirt. This is why I'm building my shipping container. Everybody loved the fact that I had the little tent thing going on. But them ants was fire. Okay? When I laid down on this ground, after I figured out where these 2 bolts were, again, still looking for them, like, what in the heck is holding this on? It's right there. Listen, this fender is not light, y'all. This fender is not light at all. So once I was like, you know what? Let me keep wiggling. Let me keep trying to figure it out. Bam. Right there is where I figured it out. So then I had to go get some PB Blaster, and then I commenced to going to work on these nuts. And when I tell you, they were so rusted, they were crusty. The hole that was holding the fender on wasn't even a hole. It was a half a hole. So I don't even know why this fender was even fighting me back. But it was fighting me, y'all. It was fighting me. So I kept going back and forth, and then the bolt was stripped, and then I had to get pliers and hold one side and ratchet the other side with the impact wrench thingy. I was going back and forth. Y'all, I was going back and forth. But you know what? You know me. I ain't gonna give up. I got this. So I kept going back and forth until I actually got it off. And, it took a minute. It took me like probably about a good hour to figure out how to take this front fender off. So when I go to do the driver's side, I know it's not going to be that hard. I know exactly where to go. I know where my target is. And bam, this front fender is off. Don't play with me. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done the best way I can. And yes, I am doing this by myself. So I don't want nobody to say, oh, she got help. No, I am figuring this out on my own. Trying to Scooby-Doo figure this thing out. So I got the front fender off, and so then I went ahead and looked at what they call the bones. And actually, the structure on the passenger side looks freaking amazing. What is that, y'all? Can y'all tell me what that is? Can anybody tell me what does that
What is that?
I don't know. I don't want to cut it. I don't know what it does. But the next time I have off, I'm taking off the driver's side. The driver's side fender. And I got the bolts put up. But it looks really good. It's not that bad. The thin metal, I think, on my dad's car is just the worst. All of the thin metal. The thick metal is like, you know what? We might have some puzzling to do, but you got...
What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
But yeah, I had fun with it a little bit. I was glad that I had the day off to get something accomplished. And yes, I know my daddy's car is a hot rust bucket, but it's okay. It's my rust bucket. And I'm going to figure out how to get this done. Anybody that wants to help, hey, come on. Come on in. I'm all for the suggestions. I'm all for positive comments. I'm doing this. This is the story and journey of me rebuilding my father's 1970 Dodge Charger, Mitch's Law. Join me and watch